Recording has started. Oh, we can
Hey,
start.
welcome to the Layout Podcast. This is the first episode, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And we're gonna talk about the Gravity Group because they're very cool and they build stuff and they use gravity to make things go. And they built Switchback, which is like the coolest ride ever.
What?
And
That
they did
one?
some
You
other
Okay.
picked that one of all rides?
they did some
Of
other
all.
dumb rides like the Voyage.
Yeah,
No one
like
cares about that one.
Boardwalk
Yeah,
Bullet.
who cares about the
Let's
Voyage?
talk about the Boardwalk Bullet.
Everyone, someone introduce yourselves.
Oh. Uh, I guess I will go first. My name is Kyle. Um, my screen name tends to be Zonies or Zonies Coasters. My number
Hello,
one
I am.
is the Voyage.
Oh, that's important. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important.
All right, all right.
Where's
I am Sammy. Typically go by Sammy Whammy on the social medias things, and my number one is also the Voyage.
Oh no.
Um, I'm Ben. I go by Tolgerb on social media stuff. Or Breglot Stunt Coaster sometimes. And my number one is Space Mountain at Disneyland.
Well, you kind of have a very specific reason on why that's your number one. You want to get into that real quick?
No.
No, you
There's
don't
quite
wanna
a few
specify?
specific
This is
reasons.
number
I
one because he
explained
built it. He built it
no,
himself.
it was one of the first big roller coasters I've ever gone on when I was like 3, and every single time I've ridden it since, it's only gotten better.
It's a very
That's
good
why I
ride.
like it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah, better.
Hey,
Better
howdy,
for what
hey.
reason?
It never gets bad.
Okay.
It's a very good ride. I enjoy it a lot. It's a base number one, even if it's not as good as the Voyage.
um,
Still gonna remind you that Voyage is like my number 35.
we're moving on from Ben. Hey, what's up? I'm Marshall. Some people know me as Speed Goy. When I
What?
was 9, but most people know me as the one and only Marshall Stapp, and the Coaster Engineer, of course, the Coaster Engineer as well. My number one, my number one is all of my backyard roller coasters. The Voyage is a terrible ride. I hate it. No, the Voyage is my number one. It always has been. I sold my soul to it. I sold my soul to Holiday World. Greatest place ever. Uh, yeah, that's about it from. Hi.
Yeah.
So, I just realized before we go any further that I kind of have a bit of a problem with recording. For some reason, Discord has been broken for me for a while, where I can't pop out the video player or the cameras. So I'm kind of stuck with Discord on one page of my screen, which is gonna mess up my recording when I try to click links for POVs. Um, Sammy, do you think you could try to throw a playlist together like really quick for POVs, and I could just
Or
have
why don't you just send Kyle the POV through a different, you know,
Oh wait,
like
I have my phone.
Well,
there's
that
that
could
as well.
Yeah,
if you really want to do that, yeah. All right.
Oh wait, should we use a
technological
watch together for
mastermind.
this? We did not plan this at all. Should we use a watch together so we can?
Let's watch it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's
I think we
there?
just do the classic 3, 2, 1 play it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Obviously,
We can cut all this out, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
So
First
well,
roller coaster
well,
we're gonna be talking about.
well, I want to introduce the topic. and
Yeah,
all. Come
Sammy.
Let Sammy do
All
his
right.
thing. Actually.
Whammy Schwammy.
All right, so these rides, we're talking about Chinese Gravity Group wooden coasters, and we're talking about Gravity Group because, uh, most of us have an affinity in this podcast about Gravity Group. We 3 of us have Voyage as our number ones. We've done
You're
quite a few of
delusional.
them, at least in the. It's okay to be wrong, Ben. Uh, excuse you. Most of us have done like multiple gravity groups in the U.S. I've also done the Kukulin in Tata Park, which is a good ride and probably the most comparable to the rides that we're going to be talking about today. Uh, so it'll be cool to talk about. What I don't know. What do you guys think of like the ones that you've written? Like why is like Gravity Group like one of our favorite manufacturers.
So, all of the gravity groups that I have been on, I love, except for one, which is
I know which one
it's
that
just
is.
not that ride's fault. It's the park's fault because Mount Olympus is an awful park that you should never go to. Never give them your money. They take
For some reason, I thought
absolutely.
you were talking about Mind Blower, dude.
Oh no, Mind Blower is great.
Oh,
That
Mind
was
Blower
fine.
is
I love
awesome.
So yeah, Mind Blower is rough in like maybe like 2 spots that like. Well, I mean, I say it's rough overall. It's rougher than it should be, but there's only like 2 spots that actually kind of hurt. Everything else is totally fun. I love the whole ride.
Mhm.
But Hades 360 at Mount Olympus, that ride feels like it's never had a single new board of wood laid down on that track. It's so unbearably rough.
Even though that we know for a fact that it has,
Yeah.
because it had the retrack and all that.
Yeah.
That's the one that in the US I haven't been on yet. I also haven't done. I don't really care for the mini gravity groups as much. I think
Okay,
people
dweeb.
overrate them quite a bit.
Well, the only mini
Not
gravity group I've done is
people like rank Oscar's Wacky Taxi over the Phoenix, and I'm like, bro, come on, like, no, that's not correct.
I've only done 2 of those mini gravity groups. I've only done I'm blanking on the name. Kentucky Flyer at Kentucky Kingdom, and I've done Switchback at ZDT's. Which I mean,
Oh, forgot.
Kentucky Flyer is definitely a more fun. Well, actually, I don't know. I'd have to look at my rankings again because I do like
Yeah.
Switchback, but Switchback is a bit of a gimmicky coaster, but it's a fun little ride, and it's neat how that exists at a park like it does.
Yeah,
It's
Switchback is definitely
strange.
worth a stop for sure. It's that park as a whole, like CDTs, is just a really nice stop. Like if you're on your way to ride Boardwalk Bullet from San Antonio or vice versa, definitely stop there. Like no reason not to. You can get like 15 rides on it in like 2 hours or something.
I saw it.
Ben,
I
shut up.
read it.
Yeah.
Saw it.
Yeah, that was
I
an
saw
unfortunate
it out of
scheduling
car.
issue. That park was
Was
not
it on a
open. Yeah, I mean, like,
trip?
yeah, at the time we were going by, it would not have been open in any practical way to get to. Cause,
Oh no, I've gone to Texas once. It's forever off limits for me again.
Oh
But you
yeah,
rode
Go
the
back.
Boardwalk Bullet,
Ben,
which is the
you're
important
gonna come
one.
back to Texas.
You rode the
Yeah.
important
Yeah,
one.
totally.
yeah.
You rode the
Yeah, I
important
rode
one.
Boardwalk Bullet is amazing.
Yeah, I love
Uh,
Bullet.
And Ben, you did Ravine Flyer, right?
No, I have
You did
not been to
not.
Waldemere. Everybody on that 2018 trip but me rode it, I think, or something like that. I went to Kings Island instead.
Ew.
But
There's no gravity groups there.
I'd rather.
There's
I've
gravity
been on
group.
Ravine Flyer too, but
There
from the
kinda
looks
is.
of it, I'd rather ride Mystic Timbers.
That is fair.
How
That
long
is
till Mr.
fair.
Timbers gets the pre-cut track?
It doesn't need it. It's smooth.
I know.
Yeah,
Just making a joke.
Timbers is great.
Thank-
I've
thank
been
you.
on.
Yeah.
I think I've been on 4. I'm not 100% sure. 2 of them were were just mind blowing. I didn't mean to have that be a pun.
Mind blowing.
But one of them was mind blower. Yes. As I said that, I'm like, oh no.
Did it blow your mind?
But it did, yeah. But yeah, it's rough as shit, but I don't care, cause it's awesome, and it's cracked. It goes so fast. Sammy, I'm not sure if that was just because we got it on a good day or something.
Yeah,
No,
like
it's like a
I wrote
speeding
it back in
bullet.
March, right? I wrote it back in March of last year. I'm like, wow, that's like really good. And then you came down in September, and like it was somehow faster than that. Like,
It's
See,
like
the thing that pisses
insane.
me off about those rides that we got on it was me and you. There was incredible airtime. There was like
Yeah.
insane airtime, right? And then we get off of it, and Josh is riding with us, like in the same row and stuff. And he's like,
It was
"I
like
didn't feel any
mild
airtime."
floater, man.
Yeah, mild
Like-
floater. The fuck?
Yeah. Sorry to call
like-
you out, Josh, but like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
bro.
Sorry, Josh, but you're wrong
Mind
about
blower
that.
is like Florida's attempt to
Um,
assault you in a safe way.
And Boardwalk Bullet, I feel like if I rode Mind Blower before Boardwalk Bullet, I would be like, Gravity Group can't get any better. Boardwalk Bullet is Mind Blower but better. It's a marvel how they fit that ride. It goes on forever, but it's in such a condensed space. I love rides that just like go under their own foundation.
Mhm.
It's so creative in its layout, and it just like, I mean, the last little bit is like not great, but that's like 10% of the ride maybe.
It
But
just
also the
depends when you ride it. It depends when you ride it.
yeah, Boardwalk
Yeah.
Bullet tends to be a little temperamental. It doesn't always run consistent with speeds just because of how long the ride is. You know, it's
Yeah,
got to be a
and
yeah.
the third one I've been on was Kentucky Flyer, which I loved. It was fantastic. That did not have anything to do with the fact that I had a dangerous amount of space on it, to the point where I could probably get out. But
Wait till you ride Wooden
it was
Warrior this year.
fantastic. It might be my favorite ride at the park. I'm not sure.
That's a hot take.
Lightning Run didn't hit as hard last year or 2 years ago now. And Storm Chaser, it's kind of too violent. Like, not in a fun way.
Yeah.
Like the airtime like is straight up painful.
Yeah, it's like Skyrush in a way.
Yeah, it is. And then the fourth one I've been is Voyage,
Anyways, moving on.
which is my least favorite gravity group I've been on.
Shut
I
up,
rode
shut
it
up,
in
shut up.
2018, and the day I had a Holiday World was not a good day. No amount of free drinks can make up for it. I saw many. There were many guest interactions that I had that were how do I put this? Not the most savory.
Huh.
I wasn't really involved in many of these many of these interactions, but the way people treat each other at that park is not the best.
You've been
Yeah.
one time 4 years ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you should see
Yeah,
how
I'll
it goes
never
at
forget
Hollywood.
that.
Oh my
I'll
god.
hold
POV, you're
this
Ben.
grudge
I'm gonna go to Holiday World the
forever.
year before they put like
So-
thousands of feet of new wood on
So for
Voyage.
those
That
of
way
us-
it sucks.
So Voyage is a good ride. It's in my like top 30 or something like that. Maybe top 40. I don't know. But it's really long. It has that going for it. But it feels like you like made a GCI inspired by like a B&M
Nope.
Hyper or something.
Nope.
But like removed all the
Nope.
removed all the insane pacing.
Nope.
Like
Nope.
and just made it like
Nope.
all the
Voyage
elements
is like
not
the
hit as
best
hard
paced ride
and,
I've
like,
done.
drawn out.
Once again, Ben decided to ride Voyage. The direct year before Holiday World decided to put like insane amount of track work in that thing for 3 years straight, and now it kind of tries to
Yeah.
kill you on
Voyage-
Sorry,
everything.
I'm not gonna fly across the country for one ride, dude.
For the greatest ride in the world, but I mean
I
that's not
will
my
for
problem.
Velocicoaster and Pantheon, but I
Oh,
won't
okay.
for Voyage.
Rides that aren't as good.
Well, Marshall, you
Moving
have
on, we're gonna-
those
Nope,
two.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It never. The Voyage is not a place. Well, Gravity Group.
Yeah. So let's talk about rides that none of us have ridden.
Wow, I didn't even get to share my Gravity Group talk yet. Excuse me,
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Gravity Group.
Okay. Oh, we're passing around. Okay.
So my middle name is actually Gravity Group. I am the Marshall Gravity Group stat. I think they are the greatest thing since before sliced bread, even
Marshall, you
since
should
sliced
apply to
bread,
their
since before
marketing
sliced
department.
bread, since anything. I give them free publicity that they want because here's the deal. Gravity Group is a team of 4 engineers, and all they do is engineer the greatest things in the world. All they care about is making the best rides they can. Their first coaster was Hades, for crying out loud. I know some people that rode it opening year that say it's better than it was with the corkscrew when that was brand new, which I believe because it's rough as poo-poo now. But
Were they on
I
that
still
train
think
that's
Hades
called
is top 10
Tropico?
for me. Mind Blower's top 25. Voyage is my number 1 forever. Borat Bullet is top 5. Switchback is incredible. Wooden Warehouse is unbelievably good for what it is. The drop on that is insane. They are just Timberliners rock it. Mike Graham, all of you, they're just the greatest people in the world. There's no better roller coaster related company than the Gravity Group.
So
They are
We should get them as a sponsor.
and they are let's look at the facts here. Let's see, GCI RMC gave up entirely on the wooden coaster. They were like, psych. Now they're putting on that stupid steel track on rides like Tremors, good rides that probably suck now. I haven't been on this since they got neutered. And then you have GCI. It's all like, oh, we can do inversions now with our steel track. Guess what, baby? Gravity Group's been doing that for almost 10 years with wooden track. Buster, and they can do launches. Just no one's bought one yet. But
Wait, they can't.
Gra-
What?
yeah, dude, you got to read
Timberline-
the fine
yeah.
print.
Yeah.
Timberliners have been
You
able
gotta
to
do
like,
your
that was-
Gravity
research.
Group
that was
lore,
a
man.
selling
Yeah.
point.
Gravity.
That was
Let's
a selling
Gravity
point
Group.
when Timberliners were like released.
Tim,
That was the
Gravity
thing.
Group. First off, the only Gravity Group's main focus saving the wooden coaster. Pre-cut track, the coolest thing in existence. 30 times stronger than wooden coasters that exist now. Are you kidding me? I'll take 12. It's like they just and Timberliners are so light that if they don't track right, that's probably not a great thing. But whenever they track right, those things can be a dream. Those things save maintenance like crazy. That is like it's like a dream come true for parks to have Timberliners on their wooden coasters. And then not to mention that Gravity Group just like 90% of the time when they're given the chance, they just try to kill you on all the rides. All the rides are just like and it's all like insane and crazy. And I
Marshall,
think
don't forget to disclose that you were legally bound and contracted to go over all this in detail.
I am
Right.
not. I don't have any relation to anyone at Gravity Group. I don't care. I'm their biggest fan ever. I think they do everything right and nothing wrong, and I will never look at them doing anything
He
wrong.
was paid
but-
$4 million to say
I
that.
was definitely not. But by the way, also yeah, Speaking of $4 million, let's look at the
Wait,
prices
did you
as
just
well.
say if they ever do anything wrong, you won't notice or something?
Yes.
like that?
Hey,
But-
let it be known,
but-
I'm
yeah,
the
so
only one.
I haven't
I'm
seen
the
it.
only one of the four of us that's actually spoken to Mike Graham.
It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna speak to him someday, and he's gonna legally adopt me. I also speaking of $4 million. Excuse me, anyone looking at prices lately? Let's see. With inflation, Voyage costs around $8.5 million. That ride is 6,442 feet long with a steel structure. Now, if we look at rides like Mystic Timbers, $15 million. Excuse me, all wood, not even near as good, half the length, not even
Also a
on real
better ride.
terrain either. Thunderhead, what, like $10 million? Borat Bullet, $4 million. Excuse me, who's looking at?
Wait, is that adjusted
just
for
saying.
inflation?
That is adjusted for inflation. $4.3 million for Borat Bullet.
Dude,
Wow.
what spreadsheet did you make?
I didn't. This is all memory. This is entirely. I'm not looking there.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
for the record, there's nothing on my screen besides their
Everybody fact
cameras.
check him in the comments.
I have. You can fact check me if you want. At the time of this recording, I am 99.9% sure everything I've said is correct. I will spend hours upon hours upon hours researching Gravity Group. I think they're the greatest thing ever, and I love the new pre-cut track, and I hope the pre-cut track works out for them, because that's awesome. I mean, if you can make a wooden coaster 30 times stronger than it is, why not? And we could, Son of Beast could come back at this rate. We could have Son of Beast Part 2, but maybe have competent designers design the layout so it's not just a bunch of and some more of this. And as Mike Graham himself said, the whole point of pre-cut track is because sometimes you're riding rides like good old Judge Race Cream.
Oh, no,
You kind of feel a tu. But sometimes when you're going up a valley, you feel a and you shouldn't be feeling that. As the great Mike Graham said, you don't want to feel
that video clip in.
you don't want to have airtime in the valley of a coaster. These people are geniuses. That's really the biggest thing. They're just engineers. That's all they're doing. They're engineering the best way to make wooden coasters. And the industry is blind. Why are people buying GCIs now? Okay, I hate on them a lot. I think the GCIs are fine rides, but Gravity Group still blows them out of the water, and I don't want to hear anything. Oh yeah, and I like Voyage.
Okay, so the reason why we're doing this video.
One quick thing. The bracing thing is interesting considering like at the tail end of CCI's existence, they kind of were selling rides. Like they were doing some like shady, borderline shady things with how they were pricing their rides. Like I think like they were like using the money from like the next ride to pay for the current ride that they were building or something. Like I think like Boulder Dash was like $3 million at the time, and like that's like kind of insane. But I don't
Here's
know.
the difference, Buster. The engineers left before CCI died, or the Gravity Group team, so they weren't part of the ending shenanigans. But also, let's see, Gravity Group's been
I thought you were
doing
talking about like
very
CCI
cheap
died.
rides
I
for
thought you were
what,
saying
20
some
years
guy
now?
named CCI.
Also, can we just talk about? Hold on, one more thing. Gravity Group's first ride was Hades, followed by the Voyage. How do you build the Voyage? Is your second coaster? Excuse me? Like what? That's just in my That's it. That's all. That's argument ended. Oh yeah, GCI was your second coaster, like Lightning Racers.
Oh, it was Roar. It was
Roar.
worse.
Oh, even worse. Oh no.
Roar. Oh god.
Anyways, moving. Okay, we can move on from
Yeah.
that matter.
All right. So,
I think Gravity Group's okay.
yeah. They're decent manufacturer for sure. So we're gonna talk about some the Chinese Gravity Group wooden coasters today, and they are well, the first one is Wooden Coaster Fireball, and I want to like talk about these rides because like no one, at least in our immediate circle, has ridden these rides. People that have ridden them like have their opinions, and some like have talked about them very highly.
Dude, at
Well,
the
the
rate
gravity
Marshall's
groups.
going, he's gonna go to China just to ride all these things.
Dude, you already know that like my highest bucket list coaster is Dalling Dragons. I need to ride it right now.
Yeah.
Dalling
Is that
these
what,
dragons
did you
across
say
your face.
Dalling Dragon?
It is. It's Dualing instead of
That's what
Duel.
it's called? Like
Yeah.
Colossus at Heidi?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
All right. Do we have the
Yeah.
the POV queued up for Wooden Coaster Fireball?
I do have it pulled up.
The
But
very
before we start, I
first-
do want to say that like so like how I'm like want to put a quick disclaimer for the viewers that a lot of these rides have the same name that we're
Yeah.
talking about. And some of them are clones and some are not.
It's
So
a guessing game.
This specific
very
one is at
difficult.
Happy Valley, Shanghai.
No, it's Happy Valley Shanghai POV 4K. You forgot the end of the name.
no, it's Happy Valley Songjiang, Shanghai, China.
POV
Okay.
4K.
So I don't know.
So-
I don't know how China's geography is set up, but if I had to, I'm probably gonna get this so horribly, terribly wrong. But if I had to guess, maybe it's kind of like the Shanghai is almost like a state within China in U.S. equivalency, and then Chongjiang is a city within a state. Maybe I don't know. That's a guess.
No, well,
Probably
Shanghai
totally
is
wrong.
like this. Shanghai, I think, is the city, and then like there's like different
Yeah,
provinces.
Shanghai
Oh
is a
yeah, that
city,
makes a lot of
Kyle.
sense. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Make sure to
So-
not edit that part out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put in the part
Kyle
where I'm just
literally
completely
making
wrong.
stuff
about
up
it.
about China.
Oh yeah, I made that up. I have no clue what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
China's
Okay.
real?
So Wooden Coaster Fireball. Yes, China is real. Who would have thought?
Unfortunately.
Oh,
Edit that one out.
Should we point out though about these coasters? All of the China gravity groups were designed by Gravity Group, but they were built by Martin and Vlemix, which have a
Which Marshall's gonna blame all the bad shit.
no because I
Yeah.
can because Martin and Vlemix is. Did you see? If anyone knows about the original Broad Bullet, they absolutely failed at building that ride, and it
Here
just
comes
did not
all
work.
The excuses.
And well, no. Have you noticed some? Let me tell you something. Since 2011, when Gravity Group formed the subsidiary Gravity Craft and built their coasters in house, that started with Twister at Gruneland. Their rides just magically turned smooth, with the exception of Mindblower. What happened?
Well,
Whoa.
Mindblower was Martin.
Yeah.
I think.
Mindblower was rushed. No,
That wasn't just Martin Vlemix's fault. That
but
I
like
think
Wooden
was partly
Warehouse,
the
butter
part-
smooth. Kentucky
part-
Flyer, butter smooth. Everything they've done since is smooth. So I do honestly blame Martin and Vlemix because we have proof that they have very shoddy track work. But also it's China, so they probably don't take care of the rides at all. But like Martin and Vlemix doesn't really build really that well. They also physically build King Ka, and we know how that rides.
They've
So-
done a few steel coasters. I think they did El Toro too, didn't they? Or no, that was RMC.
That was
What am I
RMC,
talking
yeah.
about?
We gonna
No, yeah,
get
so,
into this these POVs.
Ben's gonna make
Yeah.
fun of me, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
Martin and
Okay,
Vlemix is
so-
not fantastic.
So the first ride that we're going to talk about is Wooden Coaster Fireball, which opened in 2009 at Happy Valley, Shanghai, which is the one with the Sheikah clone and the yellow megalite for those keeping track.
The Shaker clone that has the video of the holding brake failing and it just
Yes,
like
yes.
sailing
The,
over
the funny video.
That would be so
Yeah.
fun. How does a holding brake even fail like that? Knowing how they work,
I would pay
that's
so much
bizarre.
money to be in the back row when that happened, dude.
Dude, can
Oh,
we?
man.
Dr. Diabolical, no holding brake, back row. Let's go.
Yeah, that's like the
We're getting sidetracked again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
it's like Voyage trimless, but
I'm
but
the ADHD one. Y'all aren't supposed to be doing this.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do we have
another
the-
thing about Wooden Coaster Fireball, it is the first wooden coaster in China, which is
Wait, what?
good. Yes.
We already went over this.
Not when we were recording.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking to Ben. Ben just got shocked by
I
that.
joined late. I had to eat dinner.
I thought you were there for that. Oh well.
He was
But
there.
yeah, it is.
China
Yeah,
didn't
it
have a
is the
wooden coaster
first
until
wooden coaster.
2009.
That's right. Yeah.
Fuck.
And we'll watch the POV and you'll see why.
Yeah. All right. We're
Oh,
gonna watch the
it's gonna be
POV.
terrible.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
Oh my gosh, look at the airtime out of the station. That's crazy.
It's still on the title screen. Come on.
Oh, whoops, I'm watching a different POV.
Wait, yeah, what are you watching,
God, is
Sammy?
that the-
Hold on,
is that-
wait, pause. What
Oh,
title screen?
I'm watching Coaster Touring.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
I'm not
that's
on-
the attached. Sammy, you asked me to find the good POVs. I know the Gravity Group good POVs.
All right, fine. All right, I'm just gonna skip to the top. Hold on.
Oh,
Wait, what? No, go to 0.
It is 0.
Yeah, go to 0.
Does it have the
We're gonna watch
god-awful
the
alarm
entire
noise in the
list?
POV that
Well,
me and
Yes.
Sammy
yeah,
watched?
we got
That's part of the experience.
synchronized.
It's the experience. 0 seconds.
I'm gonna cut it out anyway.
Let's try this
Yeah.
again.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
Whoa, oh my gosh, I can't believe the airtime out of
Dude,
the station.
Star Wars noises. I'd kill myself if I worked on this ride, dude. Hearing
I'm-
that noise every 40
Well,
seconds.
I mean, think about the people working on a steel curtain where they have to constantly hear.
Have you heard
"There's
what
the
the
whistle,
ops
Billy."
have to do on this ride? Like they like lead the guests in like calisthenics before you like get on the fucking ride.
Oh, good. They put a giant Martin and Vlemix watermark at the bottom left, so you know why it sucks.
Marshall's
I'll tell.
scapegoat.
Have you seen the original Borbot Bullet?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
We've all
Valley.
watched the
It
Toro
lit-
Ryan video.
Yeah, it literally didn't work. 19.
19 airtime hills. Yeah.
Oh,
Guys,
here
let's
we
just
go.
watch it.
The-
Oh my god.
Whee!
Jesus.
It does
That
not
looks-
look that rough. Oh, look at that hill. That looks
That
awesome.
hill looks,
looks
this
fine.
looks like ass, Marshall.
What?
That hill looked
doesn't.
incredible.
That
What are you
looks
talking
Ben, you have
about?
no clue what you're talking about.
Ben, that hill looked like insane sustained floater.
No, the bottoms of the valleys don't look comfortable.
That looks
That
good.
just looks like
also-
normal wood coaster bounce.
It's an attached POV. Look at, dude, there's laterals and airtime on that hill.
yeah,
Did you
this
see
looks
that?
dope. This
Did you
looks
see the
great.
laterals and airtime on that hill? It's curving.
This hill looks not good.
Yeah, this
Might have
kind
a
of
little pop in the back as you go down it though.
nice floater. Look at these twisties.
Cool.
Whee! Into the wood.
Yeah, it looks good.
Look at these lateral. I like that they're keeping a lot of the laterals in on these airtime hills.
The ending looks pretty good here. It's like
Yeah.
Texas Texas.
Yeah, like
Drive.
imagine this running super fast.
Oh yeah.
Which again, I feel like a lot of problems they have with rougher track work is they lose their energy way faster, so they don't run at probably peak. But like, I love all the
Oh, it
laterals
just
that are
keeps
in
going.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so long. I think
This
it's the
looks
longest
sad.
one.
One thing that seems to be a
That does
trend
not
with
look like a
Gravity
good
Group is
turn
they
right
seem to
there.
really juice all of the energy out of it. Like they always use every bit, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I feel like you would more than likely catch this ride on a slow day, and it would just like crawl through those last hills.
Yeah.
But on a good day, those
On a
last
good
those
day,
twisty bits at the end, kind of, where it was like this into the hills, that looked really cool.
Okay, so are we editing part in?
We're editing what you just said in
We are.
What?
specifically what
Guess we
Ben just
move on
said.
to the next coaster now.
All right, we're moving on to the next coaster.
Did we give our thoughts on the coaster?
Oh yeah,
after it's
yeah.
done?
What do we all think of Fireball?
I mean, I
It
feel like
looks
this
cool, but has the potential to suck ass because doesn't like it gets me prop.
I think the first half looks like okay. It looks like it has like pretty good in the second half, but I think it's probably gonna have pacing.
It looks
issues.
like it has really good airtime, but like some of the turns just like good. Like the shaping looks weird as fuck, and like, yeah, that's it.
I think it looks really good just because it's very untraditional. Like I like the
Yeah,
like the
layout's
double
really
up into
good.
the double down that kind of curves. Like I love the all the twists and like slight lateral moments that looks like they kept in.
Yeah, it also just goes on forever, which is cool.
It's long, and if you ride it on a fast day, I bet you it kicks. Like that thing,
Oh,
I think the
yeah.
layout
Yeah,
is
but-
very good. It just needs to run a little
Again,
faster.
I'm like what Sammy said. Like I'm kind of skeptical. Like I'm. Seems like you'd probably catch it on a bad day.
Yeah. I think if it ran at what presumably its design speed would be for
Whoa,
every time on every
guys.
hill, it'd be crazy.
I just got a text message from a girl. I think she might be into me. It's CHH lovely Eva dash forecom dot show fire emoji 264. Do you think that looks legit?
They are probably a real person, and they have Voyage as their number one, which means they couldn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
in.
Ask them what their favorite roller coaster is, and if it's the Voyage, then
There's
marry
no
them.
way this robot's gonna give a response to me, but I'll see. What is your favorite?
I think a good way to sum up that coaster
roller
mainly though is
coaster?
very good layout. Just depends on how it runs.
Yeah, yeah. Like on paper, it looks great. I'm just really skeptical of how it normally runs.
I think if it was built in like America with like butter smooth track profiling, it probably would be incredible because it wouldn't
Yeah.
waste all that energy.
Hmm. And like that was my issue with when I did Kukulin, right? Like that was pretty disappointing ride for me, to be honest, because like it bleeds so much speed, and I blame like the overbank on that because it tracks so horribly.
I don't know. Yeah, the track just kind of dies there.
Hmm. All right. Anyone else have thoughts on Wooden Coaster Fireball?
Pretty good. Looks maybe.
Alrighty. Dueling Dragons. This
Dude, How you spelled it?
Dalling.
okay, what's the good POV,
Golly
Marshall?
Dragon.
Well, you're not gonna like the good POV.
Oh, is it LV?
Yeah,
Why does it keep
but we
showing
don't have
up?
to. We don't have to tell them that
Yeah,
it's.
we can cut out the fact that it's
TPR.
a POV.
Oh, okay.
But the TPR one by far demonstrates the ride's strengths best.
Yeah, for sure.
The Dalling Dagon.
Here, this one
Alright, we're starting where are we?
at 0 because this one shows it has some cool pre stuff that I think is good to watch.
Alright.
This is another one of those though. I will say this POV probably wasn't filmed whenever the ride was first built. This one does look really rough. So I will like.
I think
Oh,
it
that-
was filmed when the ride was built because
Yeah,
Dang,
because
they-
so the ride was built in the ride opened in 2012.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's a okay. So
This video's
the
up
ride was unfortunately looks like it's built terribly. Like I think, I just want to point this out there before like we really get into it. It definitely like the ending just dies, and I think that entirely has to do with its terrible tracking. It like if it was one of those rides that was butter smooth, it probably would just plow through the ending, but it wastes so
Yeah.
much energy.
I
on
blame
it.
a lot on Marshall, but yeah, that seen POVs of this before, and that
Yeah.
looks like its main problem.
But a high five on a wooden
It's-
roller coaster.
With PTCs.
It was the first
with
one. It was the
PTC
first
trains,
one.
I mean, the ride
2012.
still looks.
Ever
Wait,
ride.
let's watch it before we talk about how awesome it is.
I'm looking at
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Not a POV. I'm looking at an image of it on RCDB right now, and trains are going through the high five, and nobody has their hands up.
Wow.
Okay, well, let's get to
That's
0 on the video.
Alright, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready?
3,
Ready?
2, 1, play.
Download TPR's roller coaster trivia app.
Ugh, I think I'd rather kill myself.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's train themed.
Trains!
Trains.
Oh, here it goes.
Here we
down
go.
the twisty drop.
Twisty drop looked pretty epic.
Oh, twisty drop.
Little step up. and
Oh,
there's
look
one.
at that.
And
That-
Five.
Looks insane. The
90
pacing's like really good in it too.
90 degrees.
High five.
that actually looks awesome in the back. What the fuck?
Dude, that looks so cool. That element. Look at that with the
Oh.
PVC lap bars. Look at how everyone
That-
just
that
hangs
is
there.
So funny.
Yeah, you see the guy in the yellow there. Like, oh man.
Dude, like that is probably.
Such a good.
Look at that. That has got to be insane in PTCs on a wooden coaster.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we're on the blue side.
I think it's blue, yeah.
Yeah. I do think this ride, from memory, this ride definitely, though, one thing it really succeeds in is the racing element. This thing has awesome interaction.
Yeah. Well, this ride is also the lifting
That
gauge.
was
Yeah.
I wonder if the computer is trying to pace them. Is that what's going on here? Because that started
That's
really
the
slow.
knockoff,
Just a
the
weird-
Chinese
Maybe?
knockoff Mauer Skyloop.
Yeah, I think that is a knockoff Skyloop over there on the right side.
Yeah.
Remember when you were like,
This park has OCT thrust in it. For anyone
Really?
keeping
Okay,
track.
we need to talk
Yeah.
about S&S air launches on the next one.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a much shorter
The
video.
the only one I've done is Powder Keg.
I like Powder Keg.
Yeah, it's a great ride. It's better than Wildfire.
Also, these drops both look sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how like immediate that
What?
pitch is down in the back row. Oh my gosh.
It's like Boardwalk Bullets drop. Right?
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
crazy. And then double up into the.
Let's
Oh,
just
look at
double
it.
double.
That looks so cool.
great. Oh my god.
That looks amazing.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's almost kind of
Yeah,
like
it's really
God.
rough looking. But like these air, like the actual airtime hills and all the way the
Look at
layout's
that.
going is so cool looking. So far, it's still pacing fine. Haven't
Yeah.
died yet.
Yeah, okay, here's where it's looking like it's starting to slow down.
It's still going fine.
That's still a pretty good hill there.
I think
Yeah, this is
about
definitely-
here is where
Oh,
it starts
what's
to.
up with that tracking there? That's a little low.
Oh yeah, that turn right there is a little interesting.
A little shuffle.
Yeah, it's. I think this part, because look how highly banked that is. I bet you this part was probably designed to go way faster.
Yeah.
That's not banked hardly at all.
Still looks really solid though. Like that looks
Hey,
really
look-
fun.
Yeah.
I have heard blue side. People say blue side is better than red side because it has the double up into the high five.
Correction, step up. Because I'm a real co-star.
Oh,
and
but
I
look
know
at how
I'm
cool this. I think this
co-started.
ride just wins the cool points though entirely.
Oh yeah.
That high
This
five
is the most recent
Oh, dude,
wooden
look at
coaster
the back
to
row
be
coming
dueling.
out of the high five.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, holy shit.
Like, okay, this ride, yeah, the last like 3 turns dive, but everything before that looks really good. Like all of this looks awesome. Look at this. That looks so fun. Put
Okay,
your friends.
let's pause it and talk about it. Wanna
We
do that
haven't.
for
Okay,
red
do you want to
side?
pause it before red side?
See red side first.
Oh yeah.
Or
Look at
do we-
look at this
let's
racing.
skip-
That is really good racing. That's what I love about it.
Can
That
we
is.
skip ahead to red side?
Well, I think this is good to watch just because it shows how well the ride races.
Right, yeah. Let's just
I already
skip
skipped
through it.
ahead. Go to
Well,
457.
there's a 4 or 6 is where it says in the.
457.
457.
457.
Oh, to skip the lift.
Yeah.
457. Ready?
Nope. Okay, now I'm ready. Wait. Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 1. Jesus.
This
Just
is
being in
like
pre-drop on a wooden
kick
coaster.
over to the left looks so funny. Oh, gotta get that clearance though.
yeah, that would be so good in the back.
Oh, look at that view. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the weird POV where the red train's really far behind the blue one in this one.
Oh yeah.
I don't
wonder
know
if
what
it's
happened.
just designed that way. I don't know.
No, because in the other POVs they were like neck and neck on the high five,
Oh
but
my
now they're
God.
just red was way behind.
It might be
This so
like
far,
a,
this looks.
It might be like a Lightning Racer kind of thing, because I know Lightning Racer's dueling is not perfect, but they have the like programming options where they could change the programming where they can highlight certain sections of the ride to make the dueling better just by changing the timing on lifts.
Oh.
I remember watching.
Look how
Yeah.
awesome this
some
racing
videos
is,
on
though.
it.
That's still again what I love. The racing is like flawless on this ride. It's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So many interaction. Honestly, I think red side looks better. Like up till now, red side had like perfect pacing up till the last turn.
Yeah, because it seems like it's on the inside of those turns too.
Look at that. That was like a neck and neck race at the end there, though. With that, wow.
So
Yeah.
maybe they had changed the dueling modes, possibly, if that is a thing. I have no idea. I don't know if this is a thing on the.
I don't know if rides in China. are
Dude, look
like-
at how awesome that looks, though. Look at that. That is like the coolest racing ever. Just constantly crossing over and under. That is
I like
so cool.
They're like getting pretty good airtime too.
Yeah, they look like they're really flying.
That element right there looked really cool.
Okay, the rest of this ride's pacing is a lot better to remember. It really seems to only slow down here.
Whoa,
even
just
so-
right up to him. Try to
Alright.
play Money Train on this one. Just pass it through the. The
Oh,
handrail.
whoa.
Go back row.
Oh, we could on the rail.
Whoa.
I did not know this was part of this. Oh my gosh, that is probably the... Oh, look at the whip out of that on a wooden coaster.
Oh yeah, dude.
This ride, wow, I'm going to China. This ride looks so good. I'm sold. This ride looks incredible.
Okay, do you guys want to pause and talk about this ride?
Yeah, let's talk about this ride. All
Okay.
right.
Okay, so Marshall, you say you really want to go on this ride now?
I mean, well, probably
Do
not
you
right now because it
really
probably
think
feels
this?
awful.
Do you really think it's this good now? Because this POV we just watched looks baller, looks fucking awesome. Except for some of the I mean, a good amount of the valleys
Yeah.
and turns look not good. But the airtime on it, and the pacing, and especially the racing element looks just flawless.
That high
Um,
five.
It definitely looks like the best dueling wind coaster. Like
Like,
without a doubt.
yes.
imagine like that in America, like with Borat Bullet, like feeling. Like it's still got that wooden coaster feel, but it's like smooth and it just rips through the track. Like, can you
Yeah, but
imagine how?
that's the thing. I'm only gonna have to imagine that
No, but
because
like I'm
it
probably never gonna
probably
ride
doesn't
anyway.
run like that.
Well, I probably never gonna ride anyway, so I like to I've never been on it, so I picture it in its prime, what it was supposed to be. And the ride is
Okay.
designed stellar. It's a fantastic looking layout, a fantastic coaster.
Mhm.
It just probably sucks now, but like in its heyday, this is a like Gravity Group has really nothing to do with it once it's sold and built. So like if they want to have them come back in, but like Gravity Group, I think really hit the nail on the head in terms of a racing coaster on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's their only one, right? Or am I missing one?
I think that is their only dueling coaster.
I think Marshall.
Okay, I'm back.
There
Sorry.
you go. All right.
So
I would
is Fjord Flying Dragon the next one?
Fjord Flying Dragon is the next one.
I would just one last thing. I would definitely say it's elite,
Elite.
if you ask me.
Or
The high five. No, the racing coaster.
the Elite from Halo. I love the John
Um,
Halo game.
this one, there's not exactly many
John
fantastic
Halo mode.
POVs. This one, but there is like even before opening day POV, so at least we can see the smoothness. But I will warn you, I think this is an empty POV, and it clearly looks like the morning. So it'll be the smoothest, but also probably, you know,
Mm-hmm.
not the
Yeah.
fastest. So just keep
Um,
that in mind that it's an empty train.
Spoiler alert, there is one of the Jungle Trailblazers is a clone of this ride. And I do think there's a better POV, or at least it's a little faster.
Of this exact one or the clone?
Of the clone
What we
has a
gotta watch
faster
this
POV.
one.
Well,
gotta watch
we
this
can
one.
we can watch both if you really want to.
You gotta see the original, man. It started
All
somewhere.
right. All right.
Let's see how slow it goes with an empty train in the morning before the ride even open.
Oh, a lot of Chinese gravity groups have very, very dumb names just because of the names themselves probably aren't dumb. It's just the issue with translation. Things don't translate well. Like if you try to take a song and then translate that to another language, it's not going to rhyme anymore.
If you ever
just because of
want
that.
a riot of a time, just go on RCDB and look at podunk little Chinese like wacky worm stuff like that. And if it has a photo of the like safety signs outside that you're supposed to like read
Oh yeah.
where you like go in line for it, a lot of the times they have an English translation, and it's nonsense usually. It's like absolute bullshit that it's saying.
But
Yeah. So
like
this ride was 2013
Um,
at a Happy Valley, and this one has the El Loco.
ooh. Yeah,
Yeah.
given the translation stuff, how a lot of the names tend to sound really silly in English. I feel like Fjord Flying Dragon is actually a pretty decent name in English.
you
Oh,
have
yeah,
it pulled up.
I do have it pulled up.
Yeah, I've got it ready.
All right, I got it ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Splash screen.
Yeah, splash screen.
One thing I do want to highlight is I saw in the comments is like, wow, 20 airtime hills. I definitely think Gravity Group's kind of idea with this one, from memory, was like to take the out and back kind of classic wooden coaster and make it more interesting. So I think that's
Yeah.
kind of the mindset of this coaster, is to take the out and back and make it like
Yeah,
really
it
cool.
does look. The layout
Oh yeah, that's just
looks really
a
cool.
line.
But like, oh, dude, that
Dude,
drop,
that hill would be so good. It's
that
like
would be insane.
like the closest you can get to it being a double down with like.
Okay, so far this one looks. Wow, that was an. That did you
That's
see
a
the
whippy
with
turn.
that
Yeah.
bank?
Huh?
Holy cow! Also,
This
so far
looks-
this one does not look rough.
This looks great. Holy shit.
That's it. Remember, this is
Yeah.
clearly morning and it is empty, so it's not gonna be going fast for long.
Yeah, now the
Yeah.
speed's already looking like it's slowing down.
It still
that
definitely
still
looks like
looks
airtime though.
This hill is gonna
Wow, dude, John C. Allen, who? I don't care.
That
This
hill
ride looks so
definitely
cool.
looks like it still provides floater at least.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked cool.
Those look good.
Dude, this
Yeah.
ride looks sick.
This looks
One of the things I really like about this one and the other and the clone, like that these out like those S curves right there are like so aesthetically pleasing.
It's a very.
Well, I also love the
think it's a very
S-curves.
funny looking layout though. Just 'cause
I
of how it's all
think the
over.
S curves are a cool idea because it makes the out and back layout feel fresher. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, one other thing I love that
Okay,
these
let's
layouts
talk
like
about this.
Did
Let's
y'all
talk
peep
about
that
this.
flying circus there in the background?
yeah, they're not even like even if they're not long track length, they feel like long rides because you never end the ride like feeling like wow, I could have done so much more. You always end the ride at like it's it's hit its peak. Um, and I love that. Like I think if this was a full train on like not in the morning, that would probably be crazy because like the first half of that ride was ripping it, and that drop into the double down, holy
yeah.
cow, that looked insane. And then that one whippy tournament was just like, how do you do that on a wooden coaster PTCs? That banking was so quick.
I've seen like I think that's pretty typical of Gravity Group. I'm trying to
That
think of
one
like other rides
felt
that have
really
quick
fast, though.
banking like that. Like I think
one-
Ravine Flyer has it in a few spots. Like, trying to think. There's like
Um,
another PTC one I'm trying to think of.
Mind Blower, to be honest, has a few or like as it just feels I don't know. Mind Blower's just more intense overall, I guess.
But like there's some
Um,
pretty fast roll rates on.
What about Bullet? I mean, dude, the double up right after the drop of Bora Bullet. Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
so-
this ride, the layout, I really, really like the mindset behind the layout.
I mean,
and
it's
how-
definitely a lot more unique than those classic out and backs.
Yeah, how it's just
Yeah.
an out, like definitely inspired by classic out and back, but just
Yeah.
like good.
Yeah, crazy looking.
Oh boy, are we
I-
about to get into the sea of jungle trailblazers now?
Oh no, we have one more.
Oh,
Time travel. Time
Oh,
travel.
it's
time
Time-
travel. I don't.
Time
I
travel. I'm gonna warn you right now, Ben. Time travel is also a ride that probably would run better normally, but at the very end it kind of does die. But that's okay.
No, dude, the official.
Because-
Gravity
Wait,
videos
no, I've seen
it
POVs
looks
of this one.
awesome.
This looks fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the gravity group. This
We're
is
doing
I would say
the official.
Dolling Dragon from memory are the best China gravity groups from like looks.
I'm not sure if the ones that look the best to me so far are what was the one we just watched? Fjord Flying Dragon
Or
or Dolling Dragon. Because
Yeah, it's hard to compare anything to dueling coasters, right? Because like the dueling aspect just adds so much to it.
so I'm
It's
gonna
like comparing
classify
like a themed
Dolling
coaster to a
Dragon
not themed
as a
coaster.
thing.
I'd probably
I'm
say
gonna say
Dolling
that.
Dragon just because the insane wave turn still, and I just like all of its quirks. It's got a very unique layout.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I am ready.
3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, the Timberline. This is the Timberliner one.
It's the first Chinese one with Timberliners.
Oh, wait till we get that brand new one with Timberliners. That thing
Oh, yeah.
paces crazy, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it live.
The Gravity Group has definitely, I think, finally nailed the
Wait,
Timberliner pacing.
the one in Australia?
Yeah.
No, not that one.
Or
Look at-
there's another one that
Here we
we're.
go.
Yeah, how it goes under the
Here we
bridge.
go.
That's so cool. I mean, of course, Hades does the tunnel.
Also, whoa, it's not rough. What the heck?
It looks. A
Oh,
little
dude,
rough.
and look at the terrain usage. Look how fast it's
This
going.
looks
Like,
kinda
oh my
ridiculous.
gosh.
Yeah, holy shit.
The speed, and then it goes up real high, and then you just plummet. Look how low that's gonna go because the terrain. Oh, it's
Jesus
so cool!
Christ, dude.
Look at the speed! And then this like really tall overbank that actually looks really useful because like you go like really low again after it.
Yeah.
I love that I just love the flow from that overbank down to that valley. It's so cool. Zoom.
So cool.
And right about this point, you're expecting it to start coming back into the station, but it's It's got
I
quite a
don't
bit
know,
more
it's-
going after.
Just love. They really utilize everything they can when they design layouts. Like they try so hard. Oh,
This one looks
It
so
goes
that
all
looks
the way
so
up
good.
into a brake run.
yeah.
All right, so
That looks incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
Like
shiny
that.
compared to the other ones, but
I think
looks-
that's the best of the 4 so far.
yeah, honestly, I think so. Yeah, that's
For me, it's mainly that terrain usage. That part where it goes
Oh, yeah.
super low in the valley is crazy. Cause like that's so it goes so fast down there.
Like that's Ravine Flyer with like Timberlanders, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's
I
got like the
honestly think it
double
looks
down.
better.
Oh yeah, I think so. And it's smooth with Timberliners, and the pacing seems to be pretty good.
smooth as of 20. Well, whenever that
Well,
was
smooth when it
recorded.
was built.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows what it's
Like,
like.
oh
now.
my god,
Also, one
yo,
of the funny
okay,
things
yo,
about
go.
that POV. One of the things I find funny about that POV is like clearly the rest of that whole park is under construction. There's just so much
Oh,
dirt
yeah.
everywhere. But you know, they
Go
got the
to-
character group running.
I really like the terrain usage with that coaster.
Go to 155 just
I
real
love
quick.
like when
Oh,
it
hold on,
when
let me
it
pull it up.
started going back towards the lift hill and under the bridge again. I honestly thought like, oh, it's just gonna be lame from here on, and then it got insane again.
It double up into the break run. Go to 155 though.
Hold on,
That
let me
like
get-
really
get to
highlights.
that
Look at how freaking fast that goes down there
Let me get to
in
the
that
text
double
thing.
down.
Not there yet. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That 155 really
Jesus.
highlights the usage. Like that is going so fast.
So
Oh,
for those of you who are just
and
listening,
then like the dive off that
Um,
overbank. Oh,
what this ride does is it just uses the train insanely, and there's either 1 or 2 double downs that look like cracked.
yeah. This is a very strong looking wooden coaster. Like I would like just clone it and put it somewhere in America. It'd look ridiculous because we wouldn't have the terrain for it, so it'd be
Imagine
standing
that
like
just
super tall.
standing on flat ground.
Incredible.
All right.
Really good
Is
coaster.
it time? Is it time for the first?
Wait.
jungle
So
trail?
what do y'all think? Do you think that or Darling Dragons is better?
I think time travel.
Yeah, time
It is
travel.
for
I
sure.
I'm not sure. I think this one is around tied with Fjord Flying Dragon when it comes to just layout, but yeah, I think all but the first one are tied for me.
I think for me personally, it's still Darling just by a hair, but time travel is easy number 2.
Yeah, Darling kind of has an unfair advantage though because
Yeah,
it's
it's a
a dueling
dueling coaster.
coaster and
Right.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that's okay because I love dueling coasters, so I may be biased.
So, I guess we're gonna get into our first Jungle Trailblazer.
First jungle
What's the oldest
trailblazer.
one?
And
someone give me the
this
link
is
for this because there's a bazillion.
Yeah.
yeah. So this is the one at Oriental Heritage in Jinan, which is like northern
There's
China.
3 Oriental Heritage.
This one with an inversion, and it has like a bunch of straight hills at the end.
Wait, which Oriental Heritage? There's 3 of them.
The one in Jinan, which is Jinan.
Jinan.
Also, I'm gonna make it clear. We are English speakers, so
Yeah,
our
we're
pronunciation-
not-
I think it's pronounced Jinan, or I don't know.
And I
It-
actually forget. There's
think
2
it's,
good POVs for
Jinan.
this. There are 2 good POVs for this one, and I do not remember which one's better. So forgive me if this
Okay.
one's not as good, but I do think this one's good because they attached POV.
the coaster touring one. Okay.
Okay, you guys ready?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm
Nope.
not ready. Okay.
I'm ready.
Whoops. Come on, stop playing.
There's also a Maya
Okay, now
Pisane,
I'm
or how
ready.
you say that.
Okay, everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I thought that was the sound of the laugh bar release going on Cyrus's music.
Jeez.
Damn.
Wooden coaster or coaster.
Kyle.
How are all these coasters, by the way? I don't get how all these coasters are like 3,000 feet long, but they all feel like a mile.
Yeah.
They just utilize the energy of the coaster so well.
Oh no, Ben disappeared.
Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, he walked away. Oh, he's back.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, perfect.
Ah! Solid drop as always.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
That
What?
first turn, dude. Oh man,
that little step up
Jeez,
turn.
that's a really good
That-
floater hill too.
that hill looks really good.
Oh, here's the
Oh,
corkscrew.
and the corkscrew. That looks pretty awesome. I mean, who doesn't love a corkscrew on a wooden coaster?
It's the best part.
Oh,
of
these
80s
speed hills look
360 'cause it
legit.
doesn't beat you to shit. But, oh,
Dude,
yeah,
these hills
back to
look
back.
awesome. Oh, they look great. They're speed hills and they look like they deliver. Still looks like some good floater.
God damn.
Maybe some lats on that hill.
Nice little double down.
Yeah.
Man,
Good floater hill.
I'll save it when we're done.
This looks like
That
laterals.
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
That looked like laterals because it was like shaped like an overbank, but it wasn't overbank. That looked very floater oriented, but it looked like it did it very well.
Yeah,
I
that-
think
It didn't
that
really
I
lose.
think that one might be my favorite so far.
Really?
It,
Yeah.
it had because it didn't lose any of its pacing. It clearly
Yeah.
still cleared the hills
Yeah.
with like floater.
I do
It's
think
just a very
that
floater.
the one pacing killer for me was the overbank, which isn't really surprising because Kukulin also kills pacing with the overbank.
Overbank didn't kill any pace. What?
Well,
That didn't
I,
slow it
I
down.
think just as far as like where the element is placed and like how it like how it's just weird shaping, and I just feel like it's just so oddly placed. Like it doesn't really flow very well.
Where else are you gonna put it? It's a turnaround, so why make it a normal
Oh.
turnaround?
Oh, I would much rather they give it lats than whatever the overbank is.
I think lats might kill the speed faster though, because if it's a turn taking the fast with lats.
I don't know, I just
don't
feel
know.
like it's like such an oddly shaped element, and it felt weird on Kukulane too, from what I remember.
I like the overbanks on the gravity groups. I know that most people don't, but
You know, a lot of the gravity group overbanks, they feel really funny because when you think of an overbank, you think of them going like way up in the air to overbank you. But gravity group, it's like they do them all really low to the ground. Most of them. You know, I think time travel was an exception there. Its overbank was actually way in the air, like how you see.
Yeah,
most of
that
them.
that one looked
But-
really cool.
You know, like a lot of the gravity group overbanks, they just seem like a funky, like you're kind of going up and it just lays you on the side. It just,
Yeah.
it's weird.
personally, I'm a huge fan of that.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I
don't
love
hate
switchbacks
it.
over.
It's just bizarre.
Going
But it's
going
strange.
backwards through switchbacks overbank is the most entertaining thing. You
Yeah.
just lay on your side because it's
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah, it
Switchback
just
is a good
kinda throws
example
you
of
there,
a
right? Yeah.
Weird overbank where it just lays you on the side.
I think that Mind Blower's overbank is perfectly fine. It
Yeah,
goes kind of
yeah,
up
Mind
into
Blower's
it.
overbank kind of is.
Yeah, I
It
think
goes
it
up.
goes through that decently fast enough that doesn't feel
The
like you're
two overbanks I
spinning
think
too
of being pointless on gravity groups are Kukulin and Ravine Flyer. Those I haven't been on Ravine Flyer or Kukulin, but those two look the pointless
Well,
ones.
Ravine Flyer is 90 degrees.
Yeah,
But-
Ravine Flyer is kind of done as a gimmick. I've never been an overbank person, but rides like Voyage, I like Voyage's overbanks because you just power through them, and to me that's fun. I love just blasting through them, and then like
Dude, like it's like every single gravity group needs to have like a 90-degree overbank for no reason.
Yeah, like honestly, like
Technically,
I think
it's not an
Ravine
overbank unless
Flyers-
it goes over 90 degrees.
I think Ravine Flyer's 90 degrees is better than any of the ones on Voyage.
oh, I
like-
love Voyage's 90 degrees.
I mean, they're fine, but like they're not like very forceful
See,
for
most
me.
people are always like, but you don't go like an overbank's supposed to be floaty. I'm bored of overbanks. That's why I love just going.
I never got the impression. Well, I guess when I really think of it, I haven't done too many like traditional overbanks. When I think of an overbank turn, I think of Millennium Forces overbank, which is I don't think of
Yeah.
that as floaty. I think of I'm recovering from graying out
He's
super
like Texas
hard.
Giant.
Yeah.
Like Texas Giant comes to mind.
Hey.
But
Yeah,
like I
Texas-
love the
Texas
Voyage just
Giant,
kind
yeah.
of plow. Like Voyage's third overbank is like the greatest overbank ever because the flow and pacing into it is flawless. Because you go like you're just going really fast and then you just go woo and then you go right back. It's like a slalom down the hillside, and I think that's perfect
So-
execution.
I guess are we going to get into Jungle Trailblazer at Oriental Heritage at Woohoo Woohoo Unhoi China?
No, because the next one.
Wait, oh, did
Is-
I move to the wrong one? I thought I was looking at the right one, but
No, the next one is the one at Fantawild Dreamland.
is it Phantom Wild Dreamland?
Oh,
yeah,
Kyle, this is
that's
the one with the
2015.
drop. We
Okay.
got so confused because the drop looks so cool. We couldn't figure out what coaster it was
Oh yeah, I remember that.
because it curves and it looks insanely steep from a person.
Are we doing the Is this the coaster touring one?
Yeah, because the drop from that drop looks insane because it's curving and it's huge.
So I'm gonna guess if we get to Jungle Trailblazer, that's a clone of one that we already saw. We're just gonna skip with the POV.
Yeah, just skip it.
Yeah.
I think that we should not skip the Ford clone though, since Sammy says it's faster. I'd like to see Ford go faster.
Okay.
All right,
All
I'm
right.
ready
All
whenever
right,
y'all
I'm
are.
ready.
I'm sorry, I was waiting
Ready?
for an ad to get out of the way. Now I am ready.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I clicked on the wrong POV. I am not ready.
Oh no. Silly Kyle.
Kyle, how could you do this?
Kyle. man.
Kyle, that kills people.
Wait,
Carl. That unlocked things
where
in
did
my
you put
mind
the,
that I haven't thought about for a while.
And give me an idea or die. The Jungle Trailblazer Phantom Dreamland POV 4K.
I don't see it.
Jungle Trailblazer, Phantom
I see
Wild
Jungle
Dreamland.
down.
Trailblazer Oriental Heritage.
Scroll down.
I am scrolled down as low as I can on mobile. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Oh my god.
Oh no.
There it is.
So many. So many. I hope that comes up in the record.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay.
It's not going to be seen in
This
recording.
how
All we
you
see is
win.
our cameras.
Okay. But it does hear the beeps, right?
No,
Oh, it doesn't?
because
Oh,
I
okay.
have Discord up. It's not going to be.
Alright.
All right.
For those of you listening in, Marshall just spammed the POV in our Discord.
You can do it again.
Don't. Please don't.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Jungle Trailblazer, Fanta Wire,
I love Fanta
Man,
Orange.
I can't
Great
talk.
soda.
I
Wait,
woke up at
do we 3, 2, 1
3 in the
yet?
morning.
Or
Okay.
That's Strawberry Fanta Dreamland.
3, 2, 1, play.
Yo, this music.
Coolest music ever, yeah.
Here, I just haven't muted.
Oh no, it's 290 degree. Banked airtime hills?
Doubling
What?
down.
Banked airtime. Oh yeah, you'll see. You'll. I
Did the
have
drop
seen
on
these-
this one? I can because the train on this one it was super long. I just would love to be in the back on this drop because it looks insane. Here we
The
go.
new Tool song.
But like, notice how the drop continues to curve as it goes down. I bet you the back
Yeah.
row is just death. Ooh, that is an awesome speed.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
What the
this
hell?
one! Oh, this is so cool!
Yeah, it's like the inverse of the high
What
fives.
the fuck?
Whoa, a powered overrake. Yeah, and then watch, and then it does it
That's a
again.
powerful overbank,
This
yeah.
looks crazy.
This thing looks wacky.
Oh, that has some laterals there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This one looks awesome. Still powering through.
Yeah. God damn.
Dang, I cannot believe this thing is still pacing. Holy cow.
Little-
A triple down! A triple down!
It looked like a double down into another airtime hill.
Splitting.
Wow,
hair.
that one.
So
that one really-
I think this has the best layout of all. Of them.
Yeah,
I
sick.
agree. That wave, the wave turn back to my. Okay, first up, you go down a curvish drop into a speed hill, into a wave turn that backs or just a wave turn that backs another wave turn. Like on a wooden coaster? How
Yeah.
sick is that?
That layout is fantastic.
That is, I actually say this is my favorite one so far.
Yeah.
Because
same.
there's even like laterals on this one.
Yeah. And this is okay. One of these, yeah, this one was cloned. The one in 2018, which would be the most recent
Good.
Jungle Trailblazer.
Clone it to America.
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
Give it to
Yeah.
us. Dude, they're a Cincinnati company. Why can't they build one down here?
Dude, because like no one wants wooden coasters anymore because like profit, dude.
Hopefully,
like,
hopefully that'll
that's the
change
point.
with Gravity Group's pre-cut track. Hopefully,
Yeah,
more people
pre-cut track with Timberliners, $5 million price tag on a wooden coaster, and you basically never maintenance it. Buy one.
I wouldn't say never, but like.
Wait, so what's the
Compared-
deal with the
never-
pre-cut track?
Okay, so pre-cut track. Let me tell you, sweetie. Pre-cut
it's been
track
good
is
intermission to the
essentially
POVs.
is essentially Gravity Group's solution to not giving up on the wooden coasters. So their first attempt was, of course, the Timberliners, right? Timberliners steering and really light trains to try to bring down the maintenance. And I know this works because there's a wooden coaster firm in the UK called Hammer Bros, something like that. And they
That
posted.
sounds like a.
No, it really is called Hammer Bros UK, and they do. There's Thunder Coaster. It's a Vekoma, I think. I used to run
Yes.
PTCs and or
No, it
regular
ran Vekoma trains.
Vekoma trains. That's right. And in 2017 or so, they bought Timberliners, right? And Hammer Bros has always done the maintenance on the coaster. They said that that is the single greatest choice the park ever made. The coaster, in 1 week of damage with the Vekoma trains, took over 3 months with Timberliners. That is an insane change just from trains.
Now,
That is a
now,
massive save.
if you look at POVs of that coaster, it loses like 6 seconds of speed.
Really.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's so much slower.
I think it's worth it for the parks at least because like if you can't maintenance the ride, then just
Well, I think if you're gonna just like throw Timberliners on something, you need to like do track work to
that's
like
true.
make sure
I
it's
mean that's
still
the point
big.
of Tenor de Zeus, I think, is to
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
fix that.
I think they've learned their lesson. They're like,
Don't you
and
mean Tonora to Zeus?
No,
No,
dude.
'cause
Okay,
two in French
two
is
in
pronounced
French
de.
in French is there.
Tonnerre des Zeus.
De.
You know.
I don't.
Canadases.
What
Oh,
you
but
expect me to pay attention to
basically,
other
Ben, what I
countries?
meant back to the thing. So that was their first like thing to move toward, preserving the wind coasters, Timberliners. Timberliners obviously work best when the ride's designed to run them. It works a lot better that way. But then over time, Gravity Group worked on basically their own form of prefabricated. So basically, it's a ton of vertically like cut wooden slats that are like glued and nailed together, and then on site they're just put together like puzzle pieces, and they're locked together instead of it being 8 layers. They're locked together like this, and so all your force is completely perpendicular of the strength of the wood. So it's the strongest part of the wood. And so when you layer that in that sort of way, there Gravity Group says that compared to regular Southern yellow pine, using Southern yellow pine to on the pre-cut versus stacked Southern yellow pine up to 30 times stronger.
So
And
it's basically a
combined,
prefab.
yeah,
Yes,
prefab
prefab good.
it's
in
very
Gravity
similar
Group's
to the
form.
Instruments.
But
okay.
you've got your prefab, you got your pre-cut, and then you have your Timberliners. And then if you really want, you could make it out of that Ipe wood that Holiday World used on Legend and Voyage, which just somehow still is withstanding flawlessly. So like, I can't even imagine how strong the pre-cut track could be if they used Ipe wood and Timberliners. It's crazy how like I mean those numbers are insane compared to stacked, and like they're still traditional wooden coasters. It's just
Yeah.
not stacked wood.
Now, like when you like, there will be a time where you have to like put new tracks
Yeah, yeah.
in eventually,
But
right?
it is
So,
a
but,
lot.
like, and El Toro has like they have like a track cutter on site that they bought from Intamin
Yeah.
so that they can print out their own track. Which like that's
It-
a big investment, especially on a ride like as expensive as the prefabs are, which are much more expensive than like your traditional ride. So like, how is Gravity Group like?
That's another thing. They said that the cost is very minimally higher. It is higher, but it's not a huge jump. It's pretty similar in the price range. And
Yeah,
also
you
Gravity
also
Group's
like cut down
again,
on labor costs too, when you think about that.
Yeah.
Because it takes time to stack that wood and cut it and shape it on site.
plus
versus
yeah,
it will
it's like
be done in the
carpenters
shop.
mess it up. It's sort of like it's you have to like actually be skilled in the field to make a smooth wooden coaster with this stacked wood as opposed
Right.
to the pre-cut is just like slap it together. But also
Yeah,
like
just slap it
El Toro
together.
runs
That's how you
yeah
build a
yeah
roller
just
coaster. You just
but
slap it
also El
together.
Toro runs
It's that
much
simple.
heavier trains than Timberliners ever would be.
That is
Um,
true. Yeah.
And they probably wouldn't ever do anything like that kind of spaghetti bowl because that spaghetti bowl is kind of crazy. But Ben, have you been on you've been on Kentucky Fly, right?
Yes.
Then you've ridden pre-cut track because in one valley when they built the ride, that was their test. It's on there. It's been on there since
Yeah.
day one. No one knew. No
Nobody
one
noticed
noticed.
until
And
Gravity Group announced it.
what's hilarious is Preston would always point out it's the valley right after the turnaround. Preston was always like, this part always felt smoother. And then they announced, like, once they showed that they did it, Preston was like, bruh. And then, of course, they put it on the racer. But I find it hilarious that they gave a behind the scenes tour with, like, Taylor Bybee, all those people. No one noticed the vertically stacked wood as opposed to everywhere else being horizontal. But it's on the racer. Obviously, the beast is getting it. And,
Oh, is that
But
what
so
they're
yeah,
doing?
it's
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I
What?
think Beast is getting its some pre-cut track. Yeah, I mean, I think it's some pre-cut track, and they're also modifying some profiling stuff for longevity sake.
600
Yeah,
feet
well,
of
the drop is getting steeper. I know that.
Yeah.
600
Which
feet
that's
recut
cool.
with reprofile, and then 1,100 feet of regular stacked wood, which I think is very odd that Kings Island would choose to replace 1,100 feet of the track with stacked wood when the racer is proven to be such a success. They're just going to replace that stacked wood again sooner. Why not just do all of
Yeah.
it pre-cut?
Well, I will
I mean, I
say,
guess
like,
it's still.
the racer is smoother, but I honestly didn't get that much force out of it on my
I mean,
last.
it can't be any less than what the ride had.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, if it's rougher, I get more force out of it, to be honest.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, but you can look at a POV though. They totally like the hills. If you watch them side by side, they used to be circular, but now they're parabolic. So there is
Okay.
there is definitely a very big change they went through to change the
Yeah.
shaping of those hills. I
I
really want to
remember.
ride it because I've only been on the old racer and I thought it was not exactly fantastic,
Yeah.
and I'd like to ride it with the pre-cut.
I
You
rode
wanna
Rebel
yeah,
Yell.
I think you just want to ride Orion again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Why?
Oh,
Why would you
yeah,
want to do
right.
that, right? Go ride Mystic Timbers a couple more times. I don't want
Yeah.
to ride Orion.
I want to ride the
I
racer.
guess should we get back to
Yeah, we probably should get back
jungling
to
Yeah.
these or blazing
All right.
these
So,
trails
so
in the jungle?
now we are on the third Jungle Trailblazer,
one?
which also opened in 2015. This is at Oriental Heritage in Woohoo.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, like Woohoo
In
Island in Wii Sports. Yeah.
woohoo!
It's
trying to
it's
find it.
This one also has inversion, but it's a little bit more twisty than the first one we saw.
Why can't I find it? Oh, in Zhujiang, woohoo!
yeah, Zhujiang woohoo.
Dude, I really hope no one gets mad at us.
Here I'll put the
Yeah, the coaster
And if you're
touring.
mad at us, I'm
yeah
sorry.
coast touring one.
I would
Coaster
say it
touring's
won't
pretty
happen
epic.
again, but it very will happen again.
But we're not trying to be mean. I swear.
Oh, this opened on my birthday.
Oh, did it really?
Oh, National
Yeah.
Roller Coaster Day.
We're
On
gonna
my
dox
birthday.
Marshall.
You're gonna dox me because my birthday is on
Yeah.
National Roller Coaster Day. Oh no!
We're gonna guess all
Oh,
your
no.
passwords now.
Yeah.
No!
All right,
Alright.
you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
SMH, the camera's slightly tilted.
First.
Oh, man,
roller
also, do you guys
Wait,
realize-
Is it? We just watched it.
It is. Wait, no, it's parallel with the chain. But I think the chain is like not
I'm
parallel
talking
with
about
the
in this
track.
video. The video just said it's the first looping wooden coaster in China, even though we just watched a Jungle Trailblazer with a corkscrew that
Well,
opened
it,
before.
it did
this
open the same year,
Maybe
so
this
like
one
they're
has a
gonna.
vertical loop, Kyle.
one. Yeah, maybe it does. Vertical loop.
Oh, also, can we just appreciate the fact this was before all those terrible auto smooth POVs? We have nice real POVs.
Oh my god, I hate those.
Dude, that looked like a pretty steep drop.
Yeah, that looked like a really good
That
drop.
looks like a voyage
That's a-
first airtime hill. Got
Yeah,
that,
it
that
looks
little
pretty
solid.
bouncy floater.
Here's the Ravine Flyer 2, second
Yeah.
drop. Oh, double down.
Oh my god.
Oh, good looking double down. Oh,
that's
wow.
really
And that
good.
pacing into
Into
the
the corkscrew.
corkscrew.
Yeah,
That was
really.
really good. Here's the
This is
overbank.
like big
There's
mind
that
blowing.
gravity grip overbank.
Still love it. Still love it. Dang, this one's also that looked fun. The laterals
Yeah.
with that. This one's kind of.
I like how you can
Some
see the
kinda
spot
chugging.
where it's going to have anti-rollbacks, but they haven't been installed yet.
This one's
Yeah.
still kind of chugging along. Dang.
Now,
That
this
was
is
like
this is like the cool part from what I remember. 'Cause
This
it's, like,
is
all
wow.
twisty.
Oh my, that looks strong right there. That first one of those two.
Yeah.
That second to last hill looked really strong.
So
Yeah.
there was
That
like
one looked really good.
it looked really good, but like aside from that double down right before the corkscrew, which looks insane, like the rest of it didn't really like.
What about that kind of lateral, larger time hill though?
There was like a cool twisty spot like right before the last airtime hills. That
I think this has one of the best pacings in them all. Besides that really high turn that stays high, this one had
Yeah.
really good pacing. Yeah, Ben. Wait, what about Ben? I really like the hill at 107. That one I thought looked awesome. Because it's like a really large lateral hill into a double down.
Oh yeah, that looked good. You
That-
get
those
those
were the-
coming out
I think this just looks like a very solid winning coaster. Very good pacing. Pacing looks to be its strongest suit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the pacing looks as good as some of the others we were watching.
I don't know.
I would put it like pretty equally to the last one we saw.
I'd put wasn't the last one the double over bank back to back or the
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the
Which
inside
one's-
out high five. Yeah.
No, that one easily beats this one, but this one
Yeah.
it still looks. I still love that second last hill. That second last hill like looks surprisingly strong.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the train is pulled down.
All right.
I say once again, just as in usual gravity
So-
fashion, looks pretty awesome.
Oh my god, I would feel very wrong pronouncing this. So our next jungle trailblazer, the one that's Ningbo Zhejiang, China.
So this one is a clone of the first Jungle Trailblazer
Oh, it
we
is?
saw. One
Okay.
in Jinan.
Which one
Is this
though?
that's supposed okay.
The first one we saw with an inversion.
Okay, so it's a
Which
clone.
one are you looking?
The 2016 Jungle Trailblazer at Oriental Heritage in Ningbo is a clone of the Jungle Trailblazer that opened in 2015 at Oriental Heritage in Jinan.
Okay, so I guess we're not gonna bother watching a POV for this one then.
So then is it
And then
Jungle
it's
Trailblazer?
Jungle Trailblazer that opened in 2016 at Fantwild Dreamland in Juju. I think that's the clone of Fjord Flying Dragon.
Oh, Zuzu. This is probably not pronounced like that, but
Oh wait, we did watch
I-
this one.
I think
Yeah,
I think Z's are pronounced like SH's, like so it'd be like shoo maybe.
Okay,
oh, it's
which
running
one was the clone?
PTCs.
Which one's
Yeah,
the
this
clone
was
of-
the last gravity group to open with PTCs,
Wait,
and I found out
Wait, where? Where
Which
is this?
one?
Jungle
at
Trailblazer.
Fantwild Dreamland.
Yeah,
Where?
Fantwild Dreamland.
and Zuzu,
Oh, is this?
China.
This isn't a clone of Ford, is it?
Yes, it's a clone of Fjord.
I'm not looking at the right one.
Probably not.
Wait, okay, Jungle Trailblazer.
Look at the Maya POV.
Oh, there's two Phantom Wild Dreamlands as well. Why? Why are there so many Phantom Wild
Why?
Dreamlands?
Why are there so many Six Flags?
Yeah.
Stop! Stop it! You're bullying me.
Yeah. So the deal why this one has PTCs like while the other ones have Timberliners before it.
I guess it's just
Is
this
because-
a clone.
Well, this is a clone, but it was also like supposed to open or like it was like built in 2014 and stuff, but the park didn't
wow.
open until 2016.
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of sat for a while.
Where the heck is
Yeah.
this POV this ride?
All right. All right, I'm watching the Maya POV.
Just
So
go
where
ahead
is
and
it?
Do you guys know?
Send it?
Yeah.
I'll put it in chat, yeah.
Can you send it, dude? Seriously.
Bruh, look what I posted in the VC.
I feel like this one's good. Okay, I remember Fjord being pretty smooth, and I have a feeling this one won't follow that suit.
Okay, you guys ready?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, I am now.
Okay. Marshall?
3, 2, 1, play!
Eat that shit.
I don't know why you guys just like
You
don't
got that
have it
queue
muted.
line.
Oh yeah.
Find the more trees
Look
to
at
see
those
your camera.
trees. That's actually a lot
Yes,
of trees.
someday those trees are going to be big and strong.
Look at the windometer on the left. I know it's called an
Oh no, this one's a
anemometer.
GoPro POV. But I think this is before smoothing was a thing still.
Smoothing never existed until Thuzies in
Dude.
the 2020s.
Yeah.
Okay, please tell me I'm the only one that prefers all these POVs you've been watching that have been nice and attached and no smoothing at all, right? Like
You are
those
not
are
the
way
only
better.
one. That's literally everybody
Okay.
complains about the weird like aggressive stabilization
Is that awesome?
POVs.
Double down thing. That looked actually like good that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might
This
just be
actually
because
also,
it's
oh dude, there's that awesome.
Whoa.
This does not look rough. I'm so confused. I thought this would be very rough.
Yeah. And I can tell it's not stabilized because it's definitely bouncing with the train.
yeah.
I think that I just think this layout is a very good homage to Out and Back. Like this is clearly like Out and Back inspired, but like stronger,
I love the way you pronounce
much
that
stronger.
word. Homage. It's homage is how I'm used to it being pronounced.
Oh, that looked kind of that was a
I
funny
actually
twist to
pronounce
it.
it Homagi.
What? Yeah, I do think it's running faster than Fjord, but I don't know if it's because this is a 60 FPS POV.
I think this is a ride that I would still very like. I would leave it with a smile. It wouldn't be like, oh my god, that's crazy. It would just be like, that was a lot of fun. You know,
But then
Yeah.
again,
really enjoyed that ride.
we are literally talking about rides we've never ridden before, so
Right, yeah.
pretty much all of what
Okay,
we
I'm-
say could be totally wrong.
Like I don't think any of
What-
these rides are like disappointing at all. Like
Yeah,
I think
was gonna
I
say
would
what
love
I
all
want
of
to
these.
point out. I would gladly take a clone of any of these in America. I have
Oh,
liked
yeah.
every single one of them. I think any of them would be awesome to have in America.
Now, I don't think any of these are like in my top 20 or top 30 maybe.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Well, maybe. Well, keep in mind, I'm a 480 roller coasters, but
Well, I'm at 317.
well, okay, fair enough. But
I would put
I
time
think
travel.
the one with the Inside Out high five I think could probably be in my top 30.
I think Darling Dragons, Inside Out, Wave Turns, and Time Travel would easily be top
I
30
feel
for
like
me.
all of these would invade my top 25.
Yeah, I think that they would be pretty high up there, especially the double Wave Turn one.
We're not even done yet. We still have another 2 Jungle Trailblazers.
Yeah.
And we have the brand new one, right? What's before that brand new one though?
Yeah.
So we have the next one is we just did this one, right? Okay, so Oriental Heritage in Xiamen, which is Xiamen.
Now, is this one a clone of anyone we saw already? or
Oh,
not?
I think
No,
this is a clone of
it
that
is
really
not.
cool. Are you sure? Because the drop looks like that slightly curved drop.
I
You know what
see.
I'm
No,
saying?
this one does not have an inversion.
Okay, I see one of those
Oh.
wacky on the
Oh, whoa,
RZB
we
page,
gotta-
I see one of those wacky banked airtime turn things that is not
We've-
backed up to anything else. So I think this is not a clone.
We have got a cool POV this time.
Oh,
I don't
we
remember
mounted a
which POV
camera
I
on the
saw.
wheels. What?
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, that's the
Check
one.
it out.
Okay,
Yeah, this one's pretty fun.
all right.
I'm ready.
Let me get rid of this
I'm ready.
Zaxby's advertisement. The inferior canes.
What did a Marsha's movie 6 gigabytes? Oh, that's
Okay,
what you
all
wrote.
right, I'm
I
ready.
guess it could.
Are we all ready?
Yeah,
And-
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
Check out that awesome intro. Mark, let me just go
oh
on.
yeah.
The Rides Company. I just realized their slogan is The Rides Company.
What are y'all?
Oh, yo, we get to check out that awesome Timberliner articulation.
It's
How
steering, right?
ingenious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
these are the most genius wooden coasters.
Do they steer up and down too or no?
No,
No,
because they
that
only
would
have
be
one
dumb.
road wheel and one upstop.
Okay.
It's just the steering itself.
Do any wheel assemblies do like vertical steering?
All steel coasters.
Yeah. Pretty much.
They have
if it's got
pitch and
if
roll.
it's got 2 road wheels, it has to do vertical up down steering.
Because like the whole point of having 2 in the inside is to help wear down on the wood or not beat it up so much. But why would you have 2 road wheels on a wooden coaster? That's just
Oh, here we go.
whee! Really fun looking drop.
Oh my god.
Good hill.
Oh,
This
my-
wave turn?
Oh, the flow into that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was insane. Oh, this looks really good. Yeah, you can see the little wheel up there. This is insane looking so far.
Wow. Look at this magic
This
card. This
pacing is
section.
very good.
Oh, dude, all those hills.
That was like, whoa, wait, that
There's
overbank
the
turn
other
actually
one.
went like up. That was weird. Dude, this is plowing through the layout right now. And as I say that, it
Yeah,
goes
right, as you say that, just-
Ah.
Right, just as you
No,
say
it's back to it's kind of still going. It's still
A little
chugging.
bit.
Sure that floated over.
That was really good.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that
one looked
wave
great.
turn, the flow into
the
that.
first half of that ride was the best first half we've seen yet.
I think so. Yeah.
That dude, the like drop into the speed hill into that wave turn is insane looking. That is like, please give us that now.
Yeah. All right.
That was very cool.
And then the last one,
Now
which
is
is I know the one you guys have been dying to talk about.
okay. So the
Oh,
last jungle. Oh yeah, the last jungle Trailblazers is a clone. We don't need to watch that one.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
well, no one cares about it.
Wooden Dragon roller coaster at Jinan Sunak Land,
Yeah. It's also like
which
this is a very very different layout compared to the other ones. This one stays very low to the ground the whole time after the drop.
the funny thing about this park though is that this park also has a Jungle Trailblazer, but it's not a wood coaster. It's a Jinma family coaster.
I love this ride because it seems like Gravity Group really finally figured out the Timberliners with pacing.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
may I point out, especially for you, Ben, this POV is morning and empty, and the ride shreds the course the whole way.
And here's the other thing, right?
But not the
All
track.
of the previous rides that we've seen have been in the 100 to 110 foot range. This ride is 75 feet.
Yeah,
The
this
fuck?
ride looks crazy. And it's like this ride has two overbanks that actually like track and feel like
Yeah.
flowing. Like they feel like part of the layout.
I wonder if this ride was like complete pre-cut.
And also
No,
the
I
last
can, I
turn.
can see in RCDB it's not pre-cut. I can see the
Oh, it's not.
layers.
Oh, damn.
No, they don't have any ground up pre-cuts yet.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys
But I
ready?
do. Yeah.
Yeah, let's watch it.
3, 2, 1, play.
I also always remember the last turn on this has like actually it was really cool seeing them kind of bring back the laterals because the last turn is barely banked.
Yeah.
I just cannot believe this ride with an empty train at this height.
It's such a long
Can
train. That
absolute-
looks so funny going down that drive.
Yeah.
Dude, but this like it speeds through the layout. I cannot believe the pacing of this ride with an empty train. Especially Timberliners. That's what I'm saying. It seems like they finally really figured it out.
Oh my god.
Look at this. I don't know how it like
Oh my
Dude, those
Oh,
little
hills
hills,
there.
like that's how
It's-
they do it, right? Is that they know like how high they can go, and
yeah, they're finally like really understanding it like to how how high
Yeah.
and stuff like
Like-
that. Like this thing
like that was like my issue with Gravity Group's design philosophy on some of the earlier rides is that like sometimes you get moments on Ravine Flyer and Boardwalk Bullet where like the ride just like goes high and it just loses so
But
much speed.
It seems weirdly like totally intentional. Like for some reason they designed in a weird pacing break where
Yeah.
it wants to take a really
Sometime-
high turn and then drop off of it. I think
Right.
I think they just
I like-
wanted
I
to
like
have
that
another drop in
for-
the ride. I think that's how they wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I've never been on Ravine Flyer 2, but I would defend Boardwalk Bullet's version of it because like
It's right at the
you-
beginning, right? Because
It's,
after
it's
that,
the second. Yeah, you go through the insane double up. You
Yeah.
turn around, you go down a speed hill, and then you go up really high. But I forgive him for it because the drop off of it is crazy. So
Yeah. I prefer
Yeah.
rides that have like flow to their pacing, and all of those rides like end pretty well.
this
So
this
as
ride
long as they
alone-
don't like be slow at the end, then I'm cool with
This
slow pacing.
ride excites me so much for Gravity Group because it's smooth, it's fast, and it just
Thought
it
you were
just
just
kind
gonna
of
say it. This ride excites me so much.
Makes me.
it just
cum.
does though. Like look how awesome this ride looks. This ride is just I cannot believe this is an empty train. Like this just goes.
This is also like such
It
a
goes,
spread
it goes.
out layout too. Like, it's very very different compared to the other ones.
Look at that
Yeah.
overbank that actually looked fun.
Whee!
Oh, dude, this looks so fun.
These hills, those two hills right there look amazing.
This whole I just cannot believe this ride runs as fast as it does, and I can't imagine what a full train on like a hot day would be.
Wet day.
And it's also like what you said, like 75 feet, right? This I cannot
Yeah.
like it.
This is
And
a full
see, check this
25
out.
feet shorter than every
this,
other ride.
This
we've seen.
track, like look at this laterals right here. The track just unbanks and
Yeah.
it just kind of keeps turning. That's so cool. And even airtime into that. This ride is just like there's nothing
That
wrong
looks
with
like
it.
by far the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't have a problem.
This is
It
the one
just
that I think
goes.
could be top 20 for sure.
Wooden Dragon roller coaster. So, who wants to place bets on if Leviathan is going to be this good, or
Well-
is going to look this good?
I
I don't know if
few
it's going to be
things-
quite that good, but like I really need
It
to see
looks like-
POVs.
Do you know the layout of Leviathan, Ben?
Kind of.
Well, okay, there is someone finally made like not a terrible animated POV. Would you like to look at it?
Yes.
It is a odd layout, very strange. For me, I think Leviathan could literally be like incredible. There's just a slight hitch because its layout is very Borup like, It has overbanks, but the overbanks feel very cleverly placed. It has a triple down. The problem is it's been sitting there for 2 years in basically complete form and wood warps. So I think it's gonna have yet again it's gonna have an unfair opening year because it's just been sitting there complete for like 2 years almost. It's just
Do you have a
yeah,
like?
sorry. But I just think it's I think I'm really hoping the age won't affect it, but I think if it was just open straight up, it would be incredible because the layout is really odd but good looking. Some of you guys are ready.
So
Just
I think the moral of the story here is when it comes to these Chinese gravity groups is that U.S. parks need to buy some more large scale gravity groups. You know, like the small family ones
Yeah.
are great, but like, come on, give us big ones. The big ones will look awesome.
Yeah.
I love.
Like, and that's why like China's cool, right? Because they don't like when they build things, they're not like looking for records because they don't really need to because they're building for a more regional audience at least at the parks that we've seen. Like they aren't like major tourist places. They're just like telling Gravity Group like, hey, give us a wooden coaster, and Gravity Group's like, okay, and they know they just
They dish out
put
an
out,
awesome
they put
layout.
out good layouts without like trying to meet criteria, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like America. You could get like a in terms of how wooden coasters have been, an easy to maintenance wooden coaster with a very solid layout. Like Jeffrey Siebert, if you're watching, off the quarry wall, corkscrew off the quarry wall. Just
Oh,
saying.
Do
Just
I
just
wish we
saying.
got that. Like I love Wonder Woman, but like
whoever
I want that. I want Gravity Group at that park for sure.
or
I want
whoever the
gravity. Yeah,
new
that
park
part.
president is for Six Flags over Texas, tear down La Vibora, put a gravity group there.
Tear down
Yeah,
Judge
just
Roy,
make
dude.
sure you go ride Burr Up
No,
Bull
Judge
and see how
Roy,
awesome.
no. Put the pre-cut on
Leave
Judge
Judge Roy
Roy,
Street.
reprofile it to have airtime.
Or
It'll
any park in
basically be a
America
new
that
cred at that point.
any park in America that does not have a wooden coaster or only has a very small wooden coaster, I'll just buy a gravity group, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this POV. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
I already watched it. The
Oh.
Leviathan one.
What?
You're gonna watch.
Ben!
You're gonna watch it again.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
already
watch it
told
again,
you,
man.
I told you guys. I'm skipping through it.
Skipping through it. It's 50 seconds.
Yeah, I skipped the lift hill.
Okay, are the rest of y'all-
video is
The
supposed
right.
to-
The video skipped the lift hill.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Drop.
Three.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. Now, of course, this, it's an animated POV. It's not gonna be, but like, it's the best visualization of the layout that I've seen because I did not know the layout.
What are these colors like? Why?
I don't know.
It is actually orange. I don't know why.
Is it really?
Or like, there's
on
a
the-
look
on
at
the
this, dude. This
track?
triple down. Look
Oh, that looks
at
so
that triple
good.
down.
I mean, of
Dude,
course,
the
you gotta
triple
keep
down
in
look-
mind this is somebody's like hand building a no limit, so it's probably not
Right. Yeah.
gonna be all the same
But-
with the shaping and stuff. But like,
The triple down is like the one part you can't see though, and it does look awesome. And then this, whatever this is like almost a helix. It's weird, but like it looks cool in a way. Like this is what I mean about
That looks
bizarre. Like what was
interesting.
that? Like
Yeah.
that was like overbank to outer bank. But
I don't know how I feel
I
about
think
that last.
if
That looks
it's
really-
similar to that, it looks very good. I think it's a very solid looking coaster.
Leviathan
like, I
really
know
has a lot of
Leviathan-
potential.
I think Leviathan is. I know it was designed to be more family friendly. Like that was the point of the park. They were like, give us a. I mean, of course, that just means Gravity being like, yeah, here's your 42-inch height requirement, but we still make the ride crazy.
yeah,
Yeah. I still hope Cedar Point, whatever they're, I want them to build a good wood coaster.
Yeah, top parks for me in America to get a Gravity Group, and not really any order, but Fiesta, easily Fiesta in these one. And I'll have one. It'd be great for Cedar Point to get like a thrill wooden coaster. I'm already blanking.
Oh,
I think that Silver City could use a long wooden coaster that's purely airtime focused. nothing
And
else, 'cause
Silver
they just need, like,
City-
a long ride.
they just like bought a bunch of land.
Yeah, no, literally because like Silver City has a lot of very good rides, but they all are not long. They're all like 3,000 feet or
Yeah.
less. Just buy a large, long wooden roller coaster that's just airtime, pure airtime.
Yeah.
trust me.
Over and
if
over.
we
And
ran
the
the park,
terrain.
it'd be
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Um,
I did measure some things at Cedar Point or way back in the day when there's like markings up by antique cars in Frontier Town, and you could fit 2 boardwalk bullets in the plot that antique
Well,
cars is
Boardwalk
on.
Bullet
Jeez.
sits on an acre.
You could, okay, they could. I know that probably a roller coaster is not going to replace Wicked Twister, but if you really wanted to, Gravity Group could put something there. You just know they could fit it in. Mind
Oh
Blower
yeah,
could probably go there. Just put Mind Blower at Cedar
yeah. Why
Point.
not? Like like you don't 75 foot. You just saw for Wooden Dragon. Like why not? You can easily fit something in that spot. And like people are like, oh, Wicked Twister wasn't that big. Well, you have to realize that like it's not just a Wicked Twister plot. It's also the arena plot.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I think that's no one really ever mentions about Gravity Group is they actually, I really appreciate their diversity and their abilities. Like they have tricks they always do, like the overbanks. But look at the layout of that China one, where it's very sprawled out. But it has similar statistics to Mind Blower, which is like, so it's
Yeah,
like it's cool that
exactly.
they can do really both worlds. They can make those sprawling rides or just
Right. And like Mind Blower is only like 60 feet tall,
it's
right?
crazy.
Also,
Mind Blower is good.
one of the funny quirks that I think is cool about the denser gravity groups is that they don't really do footers. They just like make concrete
Oh, yeah.
pads
Yeah.
to build the.
Well,
Pad.
GCI
So-
does that too. Like
Oh,
Troy's entire footprint is concrete.
Oh, okay.
That's so strange. Now I noticed though, what's funny about GCI and Gravity Group, GCI does like the concrete follows the shape like circular stuff. Gravity Groups are just like they're very like jagged, just
Yeah. One of the things that I heard about GCI's design philosophy, as opposed, I don't know how Gravity Group approaches it, but like what Great Coasters does is they like design it from a top view first, right? Where like they just like draw lines and then like the hills and stuff they like kind of figure out later. Like they design it for
There's
like
already
crossovers.
in my
Yeah.
I would not be surprised because I know that like all four of the Gravity Group people are enthusiasts. I would not be surprised if they just built them in No Limits as an idea. Like, oh, this is what we could
Oh,
do.
why not?
And
Yeah.
then
I
they
mean, I
engineer
think
it.
Well, a lot of manufacturers do that. They use no limits for their concept renders.
Re-
Yeah.
But no, I mean
Yeah.
like even before they ever like engineer anything.
Yeah.
Like-
in
I mean
general.
like
I mean,
Like hell,
maybe
Intimate
not
and Mac,
generally,
like
but,
they
it's-
hired people from the No Limits community. Like
oh, that's funny.
like they'll. I mean, because you gotta have something to get out of a proposal, and if that proposal's not going to happen, you don't want to waste all your time engineering an entire coaster. So you just use no limits to make a very accurate looking proposal, but you'll do all your engineering later on the thing.
right.
Here's what I think happens every time Gravity Group is pitched to build a coaster. The park's like, hey, build us something, and Gravity Group has this one layout that's 500 feet tall, just shoved in the back, and they always just like, can we do this, please? Give us the money for this. And then when they say no, like, dang it, and then they have to redesign it. But they've had that in stores for like 15 years. Just wait, someday someone's gonna give them the
That would
budget.
be
Like,
ridiculous.
do you want this? It does
500.
5 corkscrews down the drop.
Well,
It has a tilt track in it.
so, if you own
Yeah,
an
so-
amusement park, buy a Gravity Group today.
Yeah.
Please.
These messages are
You'll-
brought to you by the Gravity Group and the Gravity Craft Corporation.
Or you
You'll-
could buy another manufacturer's roller coaster.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
yeah,
you're not
you
gonna
could.
buy a Gravity Group,
Yeah, if
buy,
you're
buy
looking
an
for a
in-
steel coaster, don't buy a Gravity Group. If you want a wooden coaster, please buy a Gravity Group.
yeah, if
Make it big.
yeah, like if you're gonna
Yeah.
buy a steel coaster though, you buy Intimate, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
it doesn't
Buy
matter
ours.
what you're trying to do. No
Buy
matter
ours.
the circumstance, always just get these specific manufacturers that we request.
Yeah.
Because obviously
Yeah.
we're correct. You know nothing. Us.
We
know
people
what's
sitting
everything.
in our-
We
in
know
our
what's
gaming
better
chairs.
for your park's financial
Yeah,
situation
yeah.
than you
Even
guys.
though we
Yeah,
have
dude,
no idea
I've-
what park you are.
We know
To all
know
the-
what's gonna make you the most money, what's gonna bring you the most guests,
Yeah. Why are you
what
not?
you
guests
got
are gonna
four-
like the
um,
most.
We're right here. We'll come.
Yeah, I'm to all the amusement parks out there. I've built 2.5 roller coasters. I think I know a thing or two. Okay,
Two and a
I've seen a
half
thing or
roller
two.
coasters.
So
I
I
don't
because
think we're quite
that
halfway.
is a not finished one. But I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. So I know how amusement parks work entirely now, because I built those. And I learned from that I should stop hiring myself and hire Gravity Group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really have no interaction with that company in any way. I just am obsessed with them.
It's
Never a
really
word
funny
said to
how this
any
is
of them.
going down. Like we're basically just selling a company that we have no
Pretty much.
no affiliation with, just because we really
I've
like
been
their
doing that
product.
for I've been
Episode
doing that for
one.
3 years now.
Just to tell everybody, our future episodes won't be like this.
No, they
Maybe.
will.
We're
Or
not
they will.
sure.
Exactly.
We're not gonna show Gravity Group. We have other ideas. I
I mean,
swear.
we'll come back to them because I mean, how can you not go back
I
to the
say
best
we
company?
do
But
SNS
You-
Air
you could
Lockers
do-
next.
You could do an entire episode on the history of like modern wooden coasters from like DIN and how they like dissolved into CCI and how CCI dissolved into
think that would be
GCI
like
and
3
Gravity Group.
episodes.
And then we'd have to do research.
I'm just saying, someday
fun.
I
I
do.
like just
I do
talking
want
out
to.
of my ass.
Someday I really do want to come back though to Gravity Group for the American ones, just because we have more
Oh yeah,
personal. views.
absolutely.
So someday, like next week. No, I'm just kidding.
I
But,
guess are we gonna do a little sign out here?
Yeah, should we wrap it up?
This has been
Yeah, last things you guys have to say. It's about Gravity Group. You know.
I think we've already done it.
Yeah, all the Gravity Group grads I've written are pretty great, except Voyage.
You're wrong.
All right.
It's okay to be wrong, Ben.
so,
I guess we can all like.
Don't worry, Sammy. It's okay to live in Florida.
Well, I'm Marshall.
I am Kyle.
Okay, no, let's do that again. Come on. I'm Marshall.
I'm Sammy.
I am
Oh,
Kyle
okay.
of Zoni's
Me-
Code.
okay.
Oh, wait, let's get an order now. Let's
Okay,
get an order
okay.
now.
Me, Sammy, Ben, Kyle. Just
Okay.
I'm Marshall. Oh, I'm Marshall.
I'm Sammy.
I'm Marshall.
I'm Marshall.
And this has been the Layout Podcast. We love you all.
It is not the podcast. It is the podcast, not pog.
Thank you
If
so
you
much
say
for
pog,
watching.
we will delete your comments.
We are going on tour next year. Make sure to get tickets down below. We will be coming to a city near you. And we will kiss all of your foreheads if you so wish us to.
Nope,
Yeah.
we won't.
for all 5 people that are gonna watch this.
We will.
All right. I guess
Love
I
you.
will stop recording now. Bye.
Bye.